If you're not here, then we're recording this. Hello, people who are not here and listening to this later. Oh, thank you for spending your early evening here on Zoom. All of us love Yiddish in some way or another. So let's all relax and enjoy this lovely language that we just can't get enough of. Whether you speak it fluently, whether you're learning, whether you knew it once before, it's nice to fill the room with the sound of Yiddish. So I have a few activities that I hope will entertain and delight some, if not all of us. All right. So we have a tradition to set this time apart from the rest of the evening. We like to have our blessing for learning that we traditionally say before we enjoy a nice piece of Torah. So to elevate Yiddish onto the same level, I like to have this blessing for learning. You can respond however you traditionally do when you hear. So in Yiddish, we like to say, Gloibt bist du, Rebbeinu shel Olam, unser Gott, der König von der Welt, was hat uns geheiligt mit seinen Mitzvahs und befeuillen sich zu lernen die Rede von Torah. Umein, let's learn the talk of Torah. Welcome to Yiddish land. Population is roughly 14 people in the Zoom. All right, Kainahara. So whether you've been here before or you're new, just to get a agreeable definition of what we mean when we talk about Yiddish today, that Yiddish as a concept is any way that Jews talk amongst ourselves within the community to express things that are specific to Jewish life. So as I like to say, there are many Yiddishes, plural. There are many Jewish languages, of course, but for today we're talking about, capital Yud, Yiddish. So I have for us an activity that's called What Don't You Do? And here, this is sort of a quiz-based, interactive sort of game where the question stated, Was torment nit ton? What does one not do? So my invitation, if someone wants to be the first one in the pool, give a read to Aleph, Base, or Gimel, and decide for yourself which is one activity that you don't think one does, and if there's a vocabulary that you want expanded or translated, we can do that together. So who would like to be the first one in the pool? What don't you do?
Okay, I'll do sein still in Bibliothek. Be quiet in the library. Don't talk in the library.
Or I can give a read and we can just decide. Sein still in a Bibliothek.
Be quiet.
Waschen sich die Hände, wenn man esst.
Wash your hands when you
Or
eat.
Gimel, essen Sushi, was is sehr alt.
Gimel.
Which one do you think you don't do?
Gimel.
Sushi, was je zeer alt.
Anyone have a guess?
Sushi. Gimel.
Gimel.
Eat all sushi.
Eat old sushi out. Yeah.
Gimel's good.
Is that means?
Something that you just don't do.
That is was
Eat
it
sushi was
Alle is nicht gut zu tun.
old.
No, it's Gimel. You don't do Gimel.
Let's go with Gimel.
Gimel.
Eating sushi, that's very old.
Yeah.
Aleph, sein still in a bibliothek, being quiet in a library. Base, waschen sich die Hände, wenn man esst. Washing your hands when you eat. Or Gimel. Essen sushi, was ist sehr alt. Eating sushi, that is very old. So 2 out of them are things you do. 1, not so much.
Yeah.
So let's try another example here. Here's 3 things, and 1 of them you just don't do.
liggen, bitte, ohne
So
Dank,
Aleph,
schreien.
Zogin, bitte, un a Dank.
En dan
Base.
Schreien in Bibliothek is nicht
Schreien.
good.
In a bibliothek.
schreien in.
Or Gimel,
in
leien a Buch in Dreusen.
Bet. You don't do
Which
that.
of these do you think one does not do?
Bet.
Ryan in a bibliothek.
This is
What
nicht
I'd like to
schreien
hear
in de
you can just
bibliotheek.
unmute and yell something out as
Ryan in a
as it comes.
bibliothek.
Als
Yeah,
Base.
bet is the richtige answer.
base, base.
En is
Ryan shout.
Shouting in a library. No.
This is nicht Chachidish.
Saying please and thank you, yelling in a library, reading a book outside.
Ryan in a bibliothek.
Ryan in a bibliothek.
schreien.
Yelling, screaming, crying
Yeah.
in a library. No. Metornishtun. You don't do that. All right. Would anyone like to give these 3 examples a read?
Sagen bitte. Sagen bitte und a Dank. Saying please or thank you. That's
Sounds good.
yeah. Should I do more or what?
Please, yeah.
Essen fish in an aeroplane. Huh? If du willst essen fish, das ist gut. If you gleich nicht fish, then it's nicht so good.
Eat fish in
Giving. Tzedakah.
Eating fish in an airplane. And geben tzedakah alamo. Ja, das ist auch gut. It's good to geben tzedakah when you can't.
So, process of elimination.
essen fish in an airplane.
Yeah. All those
Es
all those
schmeckt nicht
airplane.
gut.
What?
It schmeckt nicht gut.
Yes.
Remember in the 80s, all those airplane food jokes? That,
Oh, okay.
Said you can't believe you're eating fish in an airplane. Think of the other.
They don't give you fish meals on the airplane anymore, so I don't relate.
Let's try these 3.
Brief. Lekker. Cool. Subway.
Subway in the subway.
Singing. Aber
Ich weiß nicht, was a Reifschelfen is.
liggen, bitte.
Roy's helping. Roy's helping.
A
Reifschelfen.
Reifhelfen.
Think of helping out.
Yeah.
Assist. Yeah.
You don't do Aleph. You don't do Aleph.
Yes. It doesn't stop people, but yeah, you don't sing in a loud voice on the subway. Let's see. I think there's one or two more of these. Who would like these three?
It's hot. Okay.
Uh,
Drinking. Please.
Yes.
Base.
8 glasses of water in a day.
No.
It's base.
Drinking
Base.
games.
Base.
I'm hearing a lot of people saying bass.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't
What-
say
Mm.
go to hell.
The focus of the Gimel.
You
David
stranger.
Schachtel in the free.
Ja. Aber die was haben nicht lieb
Sacrifice.
Fremdkeit.
Die Freunde.
So your results may vary. What is?
Die was haben nicht lieb Fremdkeit. Wel gesagt Gimel.
Oh, okay. So what is or who is a fremder?
Dus ein nicht Bekannter.
Yeah, a stranger, a
A
foreigner,
stranger.
a stranger. And what's everyone's best interpretation for gaindered?
Oh, Beleidigen.
Beleidigen. Insult. Yeah.
Isn't that
like-
just telling somebody to die?
No. Well, gay and
Gay and dreared?
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's sort of like screw you. And you can make it as strong as it needs to be, I suppose. But you don't say this to a fremder. You don't say that to a stranger.
Is it dreared or is it dreared? I remember
It's
gay and dreared.
a contraction. It's a contraction.
Yeah, I tried to do that with the little called makef here. And if you're really not a fan of Shacharis, then Gimel.
That's right. That's right.
Gay in the air Shacharis. I want to sleep in.
That's right.
All right. So let's do something a little creative. The idea is just finish the sentence.
Oh, es ist schwer zu sein naiv.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to complete the sentence?
Es ist schwer zu essen Eugen.
Oi.
Okay.
Is it-
All right. That's gross.
Yeah.
To eat is
It's-
so it's hard. Like that one?
Yeah, that was disturbing.
Yeah.
Es ist nicht geht zu
Mm,
Du essen Häuser.
That's a classic.
Es ist nicht geht zu gehen kacken auf ein Jahr.
Yeah.
Es ist ein Meglech. It's impossible.
Es ist nicht gut zu essen Chumetz in Pesach.
Yeah.
Unless you
Don't care.
unless you don't care. You say just a little bit of chametz. Whatever. All right. Es ist nicht gesund zu.
Mm.
Ones.
Mm.
Es ist nicht gut zu essen zu viel. Es ist nicht gesund zu essen zu viel.
Uh-huh.
Take. No. Was noch?
Gehackte Liver. Zu viel gehackte Liver.
Zu lieb dem Cholesterol. Take.
Ja.
No.
Anyone else have a health tip? All right. Let's try.
Ist nicht gesund zu deige ganze Tag.
I agree. Can you interpret for everyone else?
It's not healthy to worry all day long.
Das is emes. Das is emes. That's Ich hab vergessen zu... ...
Essence.
Or ich hab schon vergessen zu... If you like that joke.
Ich hab vergessen zu mach schnell.
I forgot to go fast. Okay. Anyone else forget something?
To parzolen die Chayves.
Was meint das?
To pay the bills.
Oh, what's the chodoy? Okay. Ich hab, speaking of, ich hab feint zu... Was soll der hat so ist?
Yeah.
Anyone hate to do something?
Ich hab fein zu ramen die Stieb.
You really hate cleaning up the house.
Mm,
I love that word ramen because it makes me think of noodles,
right.
but it's tekeflokshin, ramen. All right. I will never. Ik wil geen mol niet.
Arem life en nacket in de gas.
Well, really give the people what they want. Okay.
Right.
All right. Let's see what else. Oh, es ist gut zu...
To learn in Yiddish.
Yeah.
Take, yo. Es ist gut zu lernen Yiddish.
Sein Aid.
It's good to... Ja, wir seien Masken. Okay.
It's good to sein a bubba.
It's good zu sein a Seide. All right, let's try something a little ridiculous. All right, let's play something that's called the sentence game, part 6. So forget all other 5 parts that we ever did. So there's 4 words at your disposal. Your challenge or your invitation is to make a Yiddish sentence out of at least 3 of them. And it says bonus points for absurdity. So you, out of all 4, you only need to use 3. Anyone want to try to work with these 4 words?
Thinking about the Torah is sleeping. Yeah. Whatever.
So for the, we
Shlomo
have a
is sleeping.
dictionary or words book, if you like. We have the Torah, that's hard to translate, but Torah is Torah. We have vine, which is wine. And as my father said, schlafen, sleeping.
Torah is the beste School. Und Wein die beste Trinken. Oder schlafen ist nicht die.
You have to make one sentence.
It is.
Torah is the best of schlafen.
I just said what I said. See, I told you.
All right, let's...
Wir können finden die Teure in an English Wörterbuch.
Skoje. Aber Wein und Schlafen, ja.
Ja.
Okay.
No, beim Kiddish, noch ein Wein in die Teure, habe ich getrinken Wein. Und wenn ich habe reingekickt in ein Wörterbuch, bin ich gegangen schlafen.
The Wörterbuch is Nimes geworden.
Nimm's, yeah.
All right, let's try a Kaffeestube. What's a Kaffeestube?
A coffee house.
Coffee
Yeah.
house. Yeah. Yerushalayim, fish, and guitar. Those words are easy to translate. Who'd like to try a absurd sentence with 3 of these 4?
Wir können essen fish in a Kaffeestube in Jerusalem.
Shkoya. Shkoya. Yefeh. And you can't eat fish in a Jerusalem coffee house. Reminds me of a song. Anyone else want to do one?
Yeah. Ich gedenk, einmal bin ich gewesen in einer Kaffeestube in Jerusalem, hat gegessen Fisch und gehört Emerson, was hat gespielt auf der Gitarre.
Oh, a Maven ihr seid. Mamish a Maven ihr seid. What's a Maven for everyone who likes English?
A smart guy.
A Bucky.
What's a Bucky for everyone?
An expert.
Kluge. Kluge. Yeah.
It's nicht Klieger, it's Kluger. Yeah?
Sven.
Yeah. A Wagner Lamden.
A Galanter.
Yeah. A Lamden.
Alumdid. Alum. Lots of words for. All right. Let's try Suris, Scheinkeit, Lokshin, Knobel.
Huh. Ich mach a Scheinkeit-Lokshenkugel mit der Sachknobel.
Shkoya. Yefeh. Yochem Etzer, someone else. All right. One more. Bicher, books, tefillah, prayer, Vorsht, which this should have a test, Vorsht, hot dogs, and Broit, bread. Who would like to make a sentence with this one?
Okay, I'll try. Ich kann nicht essen Wurst und Brot, wenn ich bin in der Tefillah.
Yeah, most people don't. Excellent.
Wurst und Brot sind in Gashmias und Bücher und Tefillah sind in Ruchnis.
Interessant. Who else has one about? So I think this is as creative as we will get for today. So if you came to I Want You Should back in November of 2024, you may remember this story. If you didn't come, then this will be new. And here is a classic. What's a Witz? What is a Witz to everyone?
joke. A
A
joke.
joke.
Yeah. A Witz von a Bettler. What or who is a Bettler?
A bettler is like a beggar.
Yeah.
A homeless.
A schnurrer.
A schnorrer, yeah.
Yeah, it's so a Witz von a Bettler, and here fun sort of means about. Here's a joke about a schnurrer. Here I'm collecting for the Brotherhood of Jewish Clowns. So I invite, if anyone would like to give a read, there's transliteration and also Jewish letters. Anyone would like to start us off here? And we'll unpack the joke as we go.
Okay, I'll try. Amol is gewesen ein armer Jid, a Bettler, a Kapzan.
Shkoya. Do you want to interpret as you go or do the whole?
One time there was what does armer mean?
A poor.
Poor.
A Jewish boor, a boring Jew?
No, poor with a P.
Poor. Oh, poor, not boor. Okay. A poor Jew. A bettler. You just told us that. I forgot already.
A beggar.
A beggar. A kapsan is
Another kind of poor person.
okay. Another poor one. Okay.
Yeah. So really poor, this guy.
Okay. Geht over the Heiser.
Plural of the houses. He goes from house to house.
Oh, okay. Betteln and snoring, begging and snoring.
Dictionary.
Is bekommt im Gornet und is hungrig. Versteht sich?
Yeah.
Shkoya.
So he comes up with nothing and he's hungry. And versteht sich means what?
So we understand.
Obviously.
Obviously.
It's
Like-
self-understood.
Like verstehe. Okay.
Yeah, so he's getting nothing. He's receiving nothing, and he's hungry. Yeah, clearly he's hungry. All right. Anyone else, or do you want to keep going?
I'll go ahead.
Go for it.
Kommt zu noch Haus und hat gegeben a Klapp, a Trask in Tier.
Shkoya.
Okay, so he goes to another house and they gave him a patch, like a hit. Am I right? A clap.
There, yeah, hitting. Yeah, there's some
and-
hitting going on.
I have no idea what a trask is.
Another
It's
kind of
like
a
slam
bang.
the door, bang the door.
Yeah. So why are there two tsus? Tale of two tsus.
I never know why they do that.
So, the first tsu is married to this kumin. For the word tsukumin, which is like kumin we know is come. Tsukumin gives us approach. And the other tsu is the preposition. So he approaches another house and he, knocks on the door. He knocks and bangs on the door. He gives a clap. He gives a hit. You want to continue?
Sure. An alte Bobbe, a Yidne, an Mestike,
Emestike.
Emestike, a Rechtike, an Emestike, Base Teure,
Bas.
Bas Teure, hat geöffnet die Tür und sagt, was ist der mehr? What is the problem? So he knocks on an old Baba, a Jewish one, an honest daughter of the Torah, hat opened the door to him and asked and said, was ist der mehr? What is the matter? Was willst du? Was willst du? What do you want?
What's the je? Was willst du?
Was du? I don't know what that is. Like a filler word.
It's an emphasis particle.
Like, what the heck do you want?
Yeah, it's a filler thing.
And she's an emestike. She's authentic. She's the real thing. She's a true Bas Torah. She's a real Jewish woman here.
A tzedekis.
So she opens the door. She's like, "What's the problem? What is the matter? What the heck do you want?" Anything unclear to anyone, or need anything? Because we're about to hear the Spiel Sheba Spielen, the story of the stories. Who would like this? Mom, Dad?
I'm going to recuse myself on this one.
Gotcha. Next time.
I'll do it. Zoekt seit Mochel, ich hab nicht kein Geld und kann nicht kaufen kein Essen. Ich bin stark hungrig. Hast du a Stickel Essen for mir, bitte? So he says, excuse me, I don't have any money, and I can't buy any food. I'm very hungry, like stark hungry, like, exceedingly
Strong, yeah.
Yeah, exceedingly hungry. Do you have a stickle, a piece of food for me, please?
Just go ahead. Who wants to be the fru? Anyone want to say the Bobby's line down here? Zokti Froy.
Yeah, say it. It says to woman, Zoite Froy.
You want to say it?
Zoite Froy. Oi, Gott hat Rachmunis of deer. Willst du a nächtige Soup?
And what do you have on? What's your take here?
Translated.
The translation is,
Yeah, what's your take?
oh, God has pity on you. Would you like yesterday's soup?
A nächtige soup. Leftovers, yeah. Poor guy. God have sorry for you. Feel so bad for you. Rachmonis. Mercy on you. Pity on you. Do you want yesterday's soup? All right. Who would like this part? We're getting up to the punchline.
Ja, warte.
Yeah.
Morgen kommst du weg.
Sagt mit rechtiger eigen ja aber sicher a dank with she says with sparkling eyes.
Ooh, very nice. Very fancy.
Yes, Vada.
Avade is certainly, of course.
Sir,
Sicher.
Anyway,
I'm not sure, but thank you was at the end.
Thank you.
What is sicher?
Sicher is certainly.
Oh, certainly. Okay.
So, of course, certainly. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. Great. So, who wants to give the
me tell
Crushing punchline.
Sag sie. Nu, morgen kommen sie weg. Und sie vermacht das hier.
Oh, come back tomorrow. And she closes the door. So, as true today, as funny today. Heard this one before. This one's a family heirloom. What a treasure. Come back tomorrow. Kum Sidik. Oh.
Dave, you should bring back Yiddish you can use. That was golden.
Oh yeah. God, that was my first
golden.
one of these.
Back in 2020, you did Yiddish you can use. That was golden.
It was May of 2020. Yeah. I still have those slides.
It was magnificent. That was great.
Well, tada, of course, I should really bring it back.
You should bring that back.
So let's curse a little bit. Let's do a little cursing, like our, not horrible cursing, just a little light cursing. So Yiddish curses are a little different than English curses. Is that English curses are always so sex obsessed. Let's just say that once. Yiddish curses, not so much. We have a much different relationship with the body when it comes to cursing in Yiddish, as opposed to English. So the sort of the dogma, or the template, or the formula, is body part, anyone will do. The verb should. In the Jewish case, it's the verb zol. And then whatever you want to see happen to that body part.
It's okay.
So what I've made for us, or what I made back in January, is a list of body parts on the right, the word zol in the middle, and a list of verbs, action words on the left. So my invitation, pick a body part, put zol in the middle, and match it with any verb you like, and tell us your new curse and what it means.
Okay.
Kishka soll platzen.
Okay, that one's a little self-explanatory.
Sollst du der Stick werden in the Kishkes?
Okay, also a little self. What about die Fuß soll lachen? Die Fuß soll lachen. Your foot should laugh.
No.
Okay.
Der Fuß soll weinen.
Schloffen. Die Fuß soll schloffen.
No, you would say sollst du hinken of the feet. You should limp on your feet.
Ah.
Sollst du hinken of the feet. You should limp on your legs.
Das hängt unter ein bisschen. The idea of these are insults that have never been said before. Like, die Tuches soll laufen, maybe.
Maybe.
Der Tuches soll platzen.
Well, die Hand soll laufen. These are possibly things in Yiddish that have never been said before in the all thousands of years of Jewry here. So we're possibly getting some very new places here. Der Finger soll lachen.
Man darf sagen noch das wie blah blah blah. Then it sounds like yeah.
That was the next exercise that I had with V.
Okay.
Man, you are seeing into the future very mildly. So the word V is how we make all our comparisons. Like in English, you say, he ate like a, did something like a. You throw like a girl. You sing like an idiot. I don't know. But it's this word V that sort of we hang everything on. So some real things that we sometimes say in Jewish, emes wie der Tag. This is something that's sort of obvious. Or grois wie a genitz. A genitz is a yawn. Big is a yawn. So you just put V in the middle of your analogy or your comparison. So here's our Yiddish wisdom generator, fall 2024 edition. But it still holds up. You can take any word from the right. Let's just say gring. Easy. Gring wie, easy like gring wie a goppel. Easy as a fork. Mein Heimarbeit is gewen gring wie a goppel. My homework was easy as a fork.
Well, they say mies via gepegete katz.
Okay,
That's a real one.
That's a real one. That's ugly like a, I don't want to say dead cat, like a dead cat. Yeah.
Yeah, like a dead cat.
I was trying to think of a grosser word for pagans.
Vi kundri di bobe.
Say it again.
Klug vi di bobe.
Klug wie die Bobbe, sagt die Bobbe. Smart as a grandma. Anyone else want to make one?
Alt via bubbe.
Yeah.
What about schwer wie a Tisch? Yeah, that's a real saying. Schwer wie a Tisch. Someone's going to say, what corner of Ashkenaz are you from where they say schwer wie a Tisch?
Shane via tefillah.
Aw, that's nice. Shane via tefillah.
Shine via sign.
Shane via. Beautiful as a tooth. Beautiful. Alt wie der free. That's kind of strange. Old like the morning. It's a little philosophical.
Vi atish.
Again?
Schwer wie a Tisch.
Schwer wie a Tisch. That's tough as a table. That's tough as a table. So if you say these long enough, they'll turn into real things. And someone will say, oh, I've never heard schwer wie a Tisch before. So, oh, now you have. You heard it here. You heard it here first.
Shine via katz.
Shine via. So I've collected. Have I collected? I guess I'm more curious about other people. So opening it up to the oilum, to the audience, does anyone have their own? I know we've all been sort of sharing, but does anyone have any of their own Yiddish or bits of Yiddish, things that the Bubby used to say?
Used to say, die sollst wachsen wie Sibylla mit dein Bies en Dreut en dein Kopf en Dreut en Bies Reus.
And was this a loving? Is this a loving thing to say to someone?
No.
Can you unpack it for us?
May you grow like an onion with your head in the ground and your feet up in the air.
Yeah.
What's with the onions in us? What's with the Jews and the onions?
They're cheap. You can make them. You can grow them.
There's another one of Sibylle onion tears.
Mm.
Weint Sibylle he's crying onion tears, meaning not sincere.
Mm.
Anyone else have any?
Yeah, I have one.
Please.
My mom just laid this on me recently. Ich schmier sich mit Pitter. I'm so upset. I'm smearing myself with butter, is the way she explained it.
Wow.
Oh,
That's strange.
Which makes no sense to me.
Wow. That's a nice context. That's a weird context. It's sort of like irony or opposite. I'm so
Yeah.
upset. I'm smearing myself with butter. There's a fun one to say, hat Broit und a Messer. Yeah, you have bread and a knife, and that means that means like things are going well for you. There's no way to be born knowing that. You can know those words, but Broit und a Messer. Oh, got the promotion. All right, thank you. Things are going well. Anyone have any good food related ones?
Est wie a chazerel.
Okay. What's that mean?
You eat like a little pig.
Okay. Fress nicht. Fress nicht, Kinderlich. Yeah, what's the difference between essen and fressen?
Oh, voraciously.
Voracious.
That's the diff. That's just like schlofen and puffin.
Oh, what is this?
Schlofen is to sleep, and
Yeah.
puffin is to sleep very deep.
Oh.
And then puffin.
How do you spell that?
Puffin, like P-U-F-N. Schloft when sie pufft.
Wow. I just know the word der Schlafen, which is like to sleep through the night, but I'm more of a book person. You're a real person.
I have a great list of my mother's favorite curses.
Okay.
All right. It goes on and on. Okay. Geschwollen sollst du werden wie ein Berg. Der stickt in den Worgen sollst du werden. A Choleria soll dich treffen. A Apoplexie soll dich treffen. Ein Nichtbe soll dich chappen. A Marke in Hals sollst du kriegen. Geschwollen sollst du werden. Zerkocht und zerbrochen sollst du werden. Sollst du annehmen an miese Maschine. Sollst du treffen a finsteren Sof. A schwarz Jür. It goes on and on and on.
Wow, she was a really angry person.
Yeah, she had what's called a pisk.
Yeah, a pisk.
A pisk.
What's a pisk to everyone?
Now.
A smart mouth.
A snout, literally a snout.
A snout. Oh, I always thought that word was jaw.
The mouth of an animal.
I always thought that pisk was jaw.
No.
I thought from aft to pisk, like close your mouth.
No.
Shut up. Yeah, sha.
Yeah.
A moil via streif. Like screw mouth. Wow. What? That was just a list of profanity. That was great.
Oh, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a good one. Whether you're from or not, I really love the phrase "a minut vor Lichtbenchen," as this is the Jewish last minute to do something a minute before lighting the Shabbos candles. This is our idea of waiting to the last minute to do your project. Just a minute before candle lighting. Here's another good one. Oh, if anyone want to give this a read, this one's kind of fun. Starring everyone's favorite, the Schlamazel. Anyone want to give a read?
I'll do it. A Schlamazel baut auf den Rücken und zerklafft sich die Nose.
A Schlamazel falls on his back and bangs hurts his nose. Hurts the nose.
Yeah.
Just their luck, huh? Here's one about dumb people. Who would like to give this a read? Schreibt Neuech mit 7 Greisen. Could anyone unpack this or explain why is this funny? Or does anyone get the joke here?
It's like he's writing the word Noah with 7 spelling mistakes.
And that's funny because it only has 2 letters. So it's like saying oh, he can't count to 2.
That's funny. Copy that down. I like that one.
Yeah.
So he writes Noah with 7 mistakes because it only has two letters.
You what?
Oh. Kann nicht zählen. Saying he can't count to 2.
Well, back to the earlier one. What is the difference between the shlemiel and a shlemazel?
Oh,
A good question.
the shlemazel spills the soup on the shlemiel.
That's it.
Okay. And he's just a fumbling guy. The shlemazel just falls around.
The
Okay.
shlemazel gets the soup spilled on him.
And the shlemiel is the stumbling guy.
Right.
Okay.
And the schnurr is the one that says, "Are you going to eat that?" Eating the soup, And if he wears the suit the next day, then he's a schlub.
Oh.
So, somewhere I saw a chart, of the soup spilling, and it was diagrammed very beautifully. Oh, and the person laughing at the situation is the schmuck.
Oh.
And the person that says, "I don't get it," is the shagets. Says, "Why is he laughing?" It's a whole restaurant that's been illustrated. But schlimm is, I think, a German flavored prefix that means bad, negative. And mazel, as we know from mazel tov, mazel all has to do with luck, as they say, but not luck as in random luck, but like the stars, the fortune, the planets is all wrapped up in the word mazel.
David, you know the difference between a shagitz and a shagotz?
Sag mir bitte.
Okay, a shagitz is somebody who's not Jewish. A shagotz is like a Jewish child who behaves like a shagitz.
That should know better.
Yeah, that's a shagotz.
Why is it that all these words that are negative in Yiddish all start with shlemazel, shlemiel?
We have other terrible words that start with other letters too.
Right.
It's just these are the ones that have entered sort of pop culture in the past 30, 40, 50 years. Several decades, these words have become sort of English.
Yeah.
And it's weird that even Goyim sort of know what these words are to some degree.
Yeah.
Speaking of Goyim, who would like to give this one a read? This one's fun.
What does it say?
What's the interpretation here?
Okay, I'll read it. Er hat so viel sechel wie in cloister mezuzahs. So he's got as much sechel or common sense as a church has mezuzahs. In other words, gornish mit gornish.
Shum gornish. Yeah. How many mezuzahs does the church have? Probably none, unless it used to be a synagogue and they just painted over, which I guess happens.
No.
This one's kind of funny because it's all verbs.
Right.
Sollst du kränken in Gedenken? What is this?
Right.
Like,
oh, that's great. That's a great one.
It rhymes too, which is kind of nice.
You should suffer and you should remember your suffering.
Like, you should be memorably sick. Like, don't you forget it. This is kind of like, and don't you forget it. Do I have the other one? Oh, this is the one from earlier, or that someone remembered with the onions. There's another curse that's really good. Sollst du vergällen und vergränen. Look that one up on your list of horrible things to say. Vergällen and vergränen. If you think about it, vergällen has the word gel for yellow. So, like in English, if something yellows, it's like it's withering. Like a plant that you forget to water. So vergällen is to like get weak, to wither. And vergränen is the same idea with the word green, which usually, if you ever read a comic book, when someone's face is green, it means they're going to throw up. In English, you say, I feel a little green, meaning like nauseous. So vergällen and vergränen is like you should get sick and wither and wither. But they're verbs based on colors. You know, you should wither and get nauseous. That one's pretty rough. But here we have sollst du wachsen like it's. So anyone else have anything nice to say? Anyone have a blessing, a bracha for uns? Epis, something nice.
Yeah, a gezint auf dein Kopf, a gezint auf dein Pipik. As left on Pipik.
Guy gesund und komm gesund.
Yeah, he didn't want years old your leben.
A bracha auf the negele, und the fisele, and the nezele.
Yeah.
It's better to end on a high note than a nasty note. There's so much negativity already.
Der Rebischter soll dich pension.
Oh, that's sweet. Gott soll uns ophitten.
Yeah.
Gott soll dir ophitten, eich ophitten. God should protect you. Broches und hatzloches. Blessings and successes. What else? What else can we say in Jewish? It's nice.
Kein Bezeug soll dich nicht treffen.
I'll keep you from
No,
that.
no evil eye should.
Keine Haare. No evil eye.
Can't understand you.
Gesundheit.
Yeah.
Feet.
So
That's a curse.
Oh, that's curse.
Yeah.
So to give our learning a place to land here on Earth, where we are all currently spinning around at a rapid speed, to have our 3-language minimum of traditional Ashkenaz, we like to have just a touch of Aramaic to be Yotzi. So as we like to say, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Olam Olmei Almaya, let the great name be blessed forever throughout eternity. Umain, Umain, vegetable Lomain. Thank
But
you
that's
all.
from the Kaddish.
Sorry?
That's from the Kaddish.
Avada.
And that normally you say that when somebody's dead.
We say it when we're done learning sometimes.
Well, oh yeah, right.
Like, okay, this is the ending of our learning. Bookend. And yeah, when someone dies. That's a creepy one. Mine Kaddishal. Mine the little
Because a son says Kaddish after you when you're dead.
I know, it's just such a weird thing to say to your infant little baby. Oh my God, Kaddishal. Oh, you're gonna say Kaddish for me when I die.
Right.
Yeah, but it's good.
No wonder we have so many advancements in our. Yes, my little Kaddish sayer. Thank you.
Well, my cat's not going to do it.
So, thank you for coming. These programs are open to everyone. If you like to schnur a little or shik a little nadava,
Goes all the time.
give a little tzedakah.
How do we know this?
You are welcome to. You are not required. Keep these programs free and accessible. I love doing these. I will never get tired of Never get tired of this. So, Im Yetz Hashem, with God's help, I will be doing this again in the continuing months. But I don't have the dates exactly set out yet. But it'll be the last Sunday of the month, more or less. But we'll get the next 6 months or so booked out with Yivo, and they'll send out an email or do their usual marketing. Anyone have any questions or complaints? Tinus, Bakoshes?
As a famous singer once said, Danke schön.
Darling Dankeschön. It was Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming. Next time, bring all your complaints and requests.
Adam,
Bring your loved ones. Bring your kids.
job.
Bring back that Yiddish you can use. That was wonderful.
All right. That's a Bakosha. That's a
Yeah.
farlong right
Yeah.
there. I'll dig it up. It's nice to see you, Aaron. I missed you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I'll see you all later. Mom, Dad, I'll talk to you so you can tell me how great I was.
You bet.
All right, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Thank
Bye, everyone.
you.
Seid gesund und stark.
Thank you.
Am Yisrael Chai. See you later, everyone.